What's up, Heart Family? We're back with another Q&A.
Today we got 28 questions that we're going to be answering that we got off Instagram that you guys asked us. We sorted through a bunch, so these are our top picks, so let's get into it. Amber will go up first.
Alright, first one. What is your all-time favorite thing to do together? Recently, going paddleboarding and fishing together has been pretty fun.
I would add going on bike rides because I got my mountain bike.
And just making videos together.
Yeah, and making videos and doing everything.
Just doing everything together.
Alright, I'm up next.
Why did I close my eyes?
Why did I get a long one? Dang it. I keep hearing people say Nevin can't feel anything intimacy-wise. Is that true? How are you navigating it? Oh, we're getting juicy right away.
That one was on my Instagram, so I guess I'll answer the first part.
For you.
Yes, it is true that Nevin can't feel anything during intimacy, and that's what comes with being paralyzed. Is everything is paralyzed from the point that you break down. It depends person to person. Some people have different types of feeling, but for Nevin, personally, he is a complete injury, so no, he does not feel anything. Heat, temperature, touch, sensation, feeling, anything down below. How are we navigating it? It was hard at first, but over time, we just communicate as a couple, and it was more of a me thing at first, I feel. But I just got over the fact that he couldn't feel it, and knowing that, he's still...
Nevin.
Well, he's still having fun. That's what it really came down to, and now I feel like everything's back to normal. What are your guys... Oh. We both get read. What are you guys watching lately? On TV, movies, Netflix, etc. Cujo, he likes to snore, and he can be a little bit loud sometimes, so hopefully you guys don't hear it. We've been watching Grey's Anatomy since before we moved, and then just recently we started watching The Hunting Wives also.
Not for kids.
No, not for kids.
What's one thing you didn't quite expect since moving to Idaho? I felt like nothing really too crazy.
For downtown to be so calm?
I guess I didn't expect it to be as ADA friendly. Yeah, I feel like the accessibility has been pretty good, and most people said it was going to be really bad.
How did being paralyzed change your life for the better?
Ooh, good question. Good question. And most of you guys are probably like, Nevin, how the hell are you going to answer this one? Doesn't being paralyzed suck? Yes, it does suck. I've answered that and said that many times, but I mean, it's what you make of it. And well, to look at the bright side, I've been to Aspen, Colorado to go ski.
Colorado.
Gone to Colorado a lot.
A handful of times.
I've been able to travel a bunch and do a lot of things that I wouldn't have done if I didn't become paralyzed, as well as meeting such cool and amazing people. I'd also say just being a happier person, because I realized what it's like living with a disability and how life would be much worse. Why
did y'all decide to move away from family? Because we don't like them. No, just kidding. We love our family, and we've always been close to our family. All of my family lives in California. All of his family lives in California. And so moving away, it was kind of yeah, we're not gonna have family over here, but we also knew that we wanted to move out of California. For me personally, I wanted to go out and explore, and at the end of the day, family's family, but you gotta explore and live your life with your partner because you guys are building a family together.
Next question is, what's the hardest part about being disabled? I would just say society not understanding. And I would just say life is just not the way the world was designed. Mountains, your boy is not gonna climb any, you know what I mean? And there's nothing we can do about it, so yeah, I would just say just the world not being accessible.
On a previous story, Nevin said he wanted to get his degree. Is he enrolled? Is he enrolled anywhere for fall?
So I'm currently not enrolled in school. For one, I want to get a residency here. I don't know how long that's going to take, so that way I don't have to pay out-of-state tuition, because it'll be cheaper that way. And then secondly, we just moved, and yeah, I still need to look into scholarships and stuff like that.
And we're getting married in 6 months?
Yeah, and we're getting married in 6 months. And so we moved so quick too. We knew we were gonna move, but we didn't practically we were had the thought of it, right? And we were we're gonna do it, but we didn't have everything set up the way we needed to, right? So yeah, honestly, school has kind of been on the back burner. Things you don't like about Idaho. Well, the easy one would be living away from family and friends. I obviously miss my family and friends just because I've grown up with my family and friends my whole life. So that's like been like the weirdest thing of like not having anyone. Not that I don't have ever. I just didn't know best friend. But like that, I would just say is like the hardest thing. But it's not like a deal breaker for me. It's like, I miss you, but like, my life's great over here. Not to be a dick. But like, I don't miss you enough to move back, 100%.
Nevin used to sing the song, I can't love you more than my hometown. I don't know if the beat was right on that.
It's more one, like more than hometown.
He used to sing that to me and be like, I can't love you more than my hometown. And I was like, then that's not gonna work out.
I like reading the questions. A joke me and Amber do is we do this with our jaw. We go, I don't know why, it's stupid.
When did you realize you loved each other? Nevin had just bought his truck. It was, I think, it was like 4.5 months of us dating. Cujo, my Boston Terrier, he got out of my parents' backyard because their boxer at the time, she loved to jump the fence. And so when she went to jump the fence one night, she knocked a panel down and both the dogs got out. We were searching for Cujo for hours. And then it started getting dark and we were taking Nevin's brand new truck, brand new used truck, but brand new.
It was brand new. It had only 24,000 miles.
Yeah. It already had some scratches. But we... It did. It did. And Nevin's words, it's a truck. It gets scratched up. It's fine. Anyways, so we were taking...
I pinstriped that whole after.
We were taking Nevin's truck down all of these alleyways, trying to find Cujo and just scratching the sides of it. And that was the moment I was like, he loves me.
I'm up next. How did we meet? So we both raced in the desert. We had some mutual friends. And yeah, Am raced in a UTV class, and then I raced my dirt bike. And then she hit me up after a race and told me good job.
History. What did you both do for work prior to the accident? When Nevin and I first started dating or talking, I was working as an oral surgery assistant. And so I was one of the assistants doing like wisdom teeth implants, biopsies, all of that stuff, jaw surgeries. And then I thought that I wanted a change. So I had started going through the process before we had even started dating to be a 911 dispatcher. And then 4 days after I started my job, he had his accident. And then
she hated her job anyway, so it's alright.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't think I would have liked it anyways, but I highly don't recommend starting to work 911 dispatching when your fiance is in the hospital.
I worked for my aunt and uncle, and they have their own flooring business, and so I was kind of like a grunt. So I did flooring and like bathroom remodels, but a lot of the groundwork of like busting up flooring and doing that stuff. What is a short and long-term goal for you both, individually and as a couple?
You go first.
As a couple, I would just say like owning your own house. And individually, just, I don't know, like helping more people with spinal cord injury.
For me, as a couple, this is short and long-term goals. But I'm just gonna say having a house one day and having some babies. That's definitely a goal as a couple. And then individually, I would just say, well, being a good mom, continuing to help people, because we started this to help people, so hopefully we can continue to do that and make a difference in people's lives.
Maybe have a reality TV show one day.
Oh my gosh, talking about that, so if we did have a reality TV show, was it this morning or yesterday morning? It was yesterday morning.
Oh my gosh.
So first thing, we wake up and we take the dogs out to go pee, and Nevin puts on his Firefly. Nevin was looking at Cujo because Cujo pulls like crazy, and so he's looking at Cujo, and then he starts veering off.
I run into the wall.
Hits the wall, but the wall has like slats on it, so his Firefly like started rolling up on the wall. He almost fell out of his wheelchair.
I hit hard, and then I couldn't pull the freaking arm away. And then Bailey was next to me, and then I started to ride, like this wheel was like riding up on the wall, and I just saw the floor. I was like, I'm going down.
And then Cujo was pulling me hard, and I started losing my balance.
And then Bailey wrapped around her legs.
Yeah, Bailey got wrapped around my legs with her leash, so I'm like wrapped up, and then Cujo's trying to pull me forward, so I was almost falling forward. Yeah. It was. I wish we had a video of it so we could insert it. How's wedding planning coming along? Anything unique or different you guys are doing?
We're gonna elope. No, I'm kidding. Nothing really too unique.
No, so it's coming along. We ordered the invites the other day, so they should be coming in this next week and get those sent out. And yeah, as far as anything like unique or different, I wouldn't say we're really doing anything different other than the fact that like Nevin's not going to roll down the aisle in his wheelchair. He's going to use his leg braces to walk down with a walker.
What's the future hold for you guys? What's your vision? Tell me your vision.
So I guess this kind of piggybacks on the long-term, short-term goals. I'd say my vision is just that we have a house one day and we have at least one kid.
My dream vision is to have a house with a wake boat, with a razor, and a go-kart track.
Oh, yeah. What did you do for your first date? Okay, well, our first time hanging out together was Easter, and I met all of Nevin's family.
The second one, we went to the beach and we walked the boardwalk. Do you have any children planned in the future? I guess this piggybacks on all the questions we've done. Well, we don't have any like plans right now, but they are in the plans of yes.
Do you regret sometimes staying with him?
Whoa. I didn't put this one in there. What the hell? Why are you picking these questions?
No. Guys, a relationship, I mean, it's both people. Nevin could leave me too if he wanted, you know. Just because he's in a wheelchair now and paralyzed doesn't mean that he couldn't leave the relationship.
You say walk out. Roll out.
Doesn't mean that, I was going to say, it doesn't mean that he can walk out of this relationship too.
Ever been pegged? Unfortunately, I haven't yet, but I got plenty of life left to maybe do it. No, I'm kidding. No, and exit only, except for my this finger every morning.
During bowel program. How long have you been together? We have been together for 3 years and 2 months.
How do you handle disagreements as a couple? Amber usually just takes my wheelchair and says, if you don't agree with me, you're not getting it back. No. Honestly, just like, I'm right, she's wrong. Pretty simple.
We honestly don't have very many disagreements.
Except when I want to get, or I don't want to get a haircut, and she's like, well, I like you with the haircut.
How do you guys feel when someone comes up to you guys in public?
Oh, don't come up to Amber. I'm friendly, guys.
We have a lot of people come up to us, honestly, and I love it.
She's so self-conceited. I have a lot of...
Okay.
No, but we do have quite a bit of people coming like in the most respectful way. But it's cool. It's honestly, it's cool more than anything. It's like, wow, like you guys actually watch our stuff.
I know, we get to see how many people we get to see like how many people's lives we've impacted, even if like they don't know someone who's paralyzed.
Hardest thing in your relationship and the best thing. The hardest thing in my relationship is me.
Hey yo. We'll be right back. I would say just having to plan more and...
I wouldn't say that. I would say just finding like things that are accessible.
What's your guys' favorite place to eat out? Probably...
In-N-Out and Olive Garden.
Yeah. In-N-Out and Olive Garden, that's what I was going to say. Olive Garden if we're looking for a sit down, In-N-Out if we're looking for something quick.
Easy. Were either of you... Don't laugh at me.
Okay, sorry.
I'm glitching out, man. Were either of you worried about intimate pleasing or pleasure post? Were either of you worried about intimate pleasing or pleasure post accident?
I feel like almost everyone on social media points their finger at me when it comes to that, but I struggled with the fact of like, am I pleasing him still? Because he couldn't feel anything. That's something that I struggled with, you know?
Yeah. No.
So it's like everyone assumes that it's all about me when it comes to that, but I had a hard time with the fact of like, well, if he can't feel, like, what am I doing for him? How do you pay for all of your adaptive equipment?
So...
Oh, just because we're so rich.
My dad is Elon Musk. No. All of my stuff has definitely been from grants and fundraising. We've put about... It's a lot of money, yes, but we put about probably like 10,000 of our own money. My adaptive equipment together probably close to $50,000, and we've probably put 10 of that into our stuff, which has been really helpful. So the other 40 has been grants and fundraising. Have you considered adoption? We've talked about it, and like we haven't talked about it much, but we have talked about it. And like coming from me, like I would adopt. I would honestly, like I would adopt even if we had our own kids. Like that's, I've always kind of been that way. Like I said, we'd never really talked about this because we're hoping we could have a family. But we have a little one. We said like if we can, or like if we have to, we will. But like even in the future, like you know, I would do it. Like it's just a lot of money, so we'd have to see where we're at. Because I know people that have adopted, and it's like 60,000, and I'm like, I don't have like, if we're in the right state, maybe.
All right, last one. How long are y'all thinking about being in an apartment before owning a home? Honestly, we don't really have a time frame. Of course, we would like to have a house sooner rather than later. But where we're living now, we've said that it's really nice. We're gonna lose a lot of stuff when we leave this apartment because we have a private lake. We have access to the greenbelt. We're enjoying it. So we're in no rush to get a house other than the fact that houses are just gonna get more expensive.
That's all the question, guys. So if you guys like the Q&As, getting to know us, this one's probably gonna be a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys will have to let us know. Drop a comment and subscribe and like the video down below and share it to your grandma.
If she's alive.
We're still trying to learn the outro. 3, 2, 1.
We'll catch you next.
We'll catch you next time, Heart Family.
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
We'll catch you next time, Heart Family. Peace.